Guys, Dar MMA back with another video, and today we're gonna be going over my top UFC fighters of all time, top 10. Excuse me, got a little distracted. Like, comment, subscribe, spam the comments, say why my takes suck, say why you agree with them. Let's go. Number 10, Stipe Miocic. A lot of people forget. People forget, man. John Jones and the Francis Ngannou loss corrupted people's minds. People forget this guy beat DC twice, bro. DC twice. Think about how good of a win that is. Like, come on, man. It's a crazy, crazy accomplishment. Beat other great guys, too. Like, not to mention, heavyweight GOAT, longest reigning title in heavyweight history. 4 title defenses in terms of defense. Moving on to number 9. A lot of people are going to hate on me for putting this guy this low. I think he's very overrated. I think his legacy is good, but it's not great. Jose Aldo. Man, you can't lose to 4 out of the 6 other featherweight champions. I think Aldo's lost to. He's lost to Holloway, McGregor, Volk. 3 out of 5 besides himself. So 3 out of 4 of the other ones he's lost to. Like, you can't be. In my opinion, Aldo is not featherweight GOAT just because of that. You can't lose to all of the other champions and consider yourself the GOAT just based off of accolades. A lot of people will say, oh, title defense is this, title defense is that. It's not all about title defenses for me, and that's why you'll see, like, my number 4 ranked guy of all time doesn't have the most title defenses of all time, but I think he deserves to be up there just because of the quality of his opponents and who he's beat. But for Aldo, he's fighting currently. Longevity plays a factor. That's why I kept him on the list, but I kept him low. He has been losing fights recently. He's 32-9 in his career. He's just lost too much to be any higher for me, and he hasn't accomplished as much as like an Anderson Silva, who has lost a lot too. That's why I have him this low. Sorry about that. Next, number 8, I got my featherweight GOAT, Alexander the Great Volkanovski. I don't know how you can't put this guy's featherweight GOAT. Beating Max Holloway 3 times, and he beat Aldo, and he also beat Chad Mendes, which is another win outside of his title reign that was insane. Who else did he beat? Brian Ortega, Yair, all great wins. 5 title defenses. Only guys Volk's lost to, too. Number 1 and number 2 current pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Come on, man. Like, that's a crazy legacy. I think Volk's going to win the belt back, and if Volk wins the belt back, like, there's an argument to put the guy above Khabib. I'm sorry. If he beats Diego Lopez, there's really an argument. I'm sorry. And I'm a Dagestani Glazer, don't get me wrong. That should tell you who my number 6 is. Number 6, we got Khabib Nurmagomedov. Look, I don't know why it says 30-fight win streak even though he's 29-0. Never understood that. But if someone drop a comment, tell me why that is. But come on. Guy's undefeated, unheard of in this sport. Resume's good. Not as good as a lot of the other guys on this list, but I think being undefeated and being as dominant as he was adds a lot. Gaethje, good win. At the time, people thought that was going to be a really tough fight for him. Conor McGregor, I would argue that was like a prime-ish Conor McGregor. Dustin Poirier, I would say that was prime Dustin Poirier. Great win. Edson Barboza, good win. Prime, not prime, but close to prime RDA. A lot of good wins. Ally Quinta, like, he was decent at the time, number 11 ranked, but not that good. I think Khabib has a solid legacy, but I think his dominance and his undefeated record carry him up in the all-time rankings. So that's why I have him up here. I don't think Khabib's the lightweight GOAT anymore. I do think it is Islam Makhachev, so that's why I have him where he is. Moving on, next guy on the list, is this number 5? Yeah, Daniel Cormier. Double champ, 4 title defenses, beat Stipe, good win, beat Rumble, like, very good, all very good wins. DC, very dominant wrestler. Derek Lewis, another good win in his prime. I think DC deserves to be higher than Stipe just because his double champ defended both belts, which is very rare in the UFC. There's only a handful of guys who have been able to retain double champs. I think it's him, Jones, and Cejudo, Amanda Nunes are the only ones who've done that. Retain double champ status and defend both belts. Very good accomplishment. DC only lost to Stipe and Jones, too. Like, think about that. That's crazy. Only twice to Stipe, once to Jones. Only lost to the best of the best. That's why I have him above Stipe, and I have him all the way up here. Next, a lot of people are going to think this guy's low. I got Anderson Silva at number 5. I think I messed up the numbers before. Great amount of, this is kind of the Aldo effect. Really good amount of title defenses, just stuck around too long and kind of ruined his legacy a little bit. A lot of people are going to be in the comments, oh, Aldo hasn't ruined his legacy. If Aldo retired before the McGregor fight, I think Aldo would be like top 2 all time, top 3 all time, bro. Honestly, if you look at it, I understand he got the belt back after that and stuff, but that fight just like destroyed his image in the mind of every MMA fan, bro. That's like, genuinely, it did. Anderson Silva, I mean, it goes without saying, crazy good prime. Chael Sonnen, like, he's Forrest Griffin performance. Chris Weidman, he beat. Great wins. I mean, it goes without saying Anderson Silva should be a top 5 fighter of all time. Steroids, that's like the reason I don't have him any higher. His like alleged, and I think he got popped once or twice, steroid use. But still, Anderson Silva, it goes without saying, should be a top 5 fighter. This next take is gonna get people a little mad. I got Islam Makhachev at number 4. I do. Look, 15 fight win streak, close to breaking Silva's record. Beat Volk twice, who was pound for pound number 1 during both of those fights. Charles Oliveira, who is I think top 5 pound for pound at their fights. Dustin Poirier, very good win. Renato Moicano, not that great of a win, but solid. Dan Hooker having a career resurgence, or Makhachev beat him. Drew Dober. I can't really flex Drew Dober for an all-time list, but come on, man. The guy's title reign is crazy. If he beats Topuria, I don't care. I'm putting him above Mighty Mouse. I'm sorry. If he beats Topuria, Volk, Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, that is Dan Hooker. That's a crazy legacy, bro. That's crazy. Makhachev's win streak's crazy. He's just dominant too. Like, Moicano looked like he had no shot. Most of those other guys in the top 5, you give them Moicano, yeah, they'll win. I think they would win, but they wouldn't do it like Islam did. 1 round, easy. Volk fight, 1 round, easy. Made Charles Oliveira in his prime look horrible. Literally. Like, a lot of people were picking Charles. That was not a close fight. It was, Charles had moments, like he was throwing up submissions, and Charles is dangerous, so that's why it appears closer than it was. It wasn't a close fight, bro. Makhachev dominated that. So that's why I have him number 4. I have him above Khabib, even though he's not undefeated. I don't care, bro. If Islam, without losing, beats Topuria and gets a second belt, I think you can argue him as GOAT. I'm sorry. 29-1, like, that's unheard of, man. I just hope they give him Topuria right now. I don't want to see him fight Gaethje if Gaethje beats Fiziev, or I want to see him fight Sarukian. I think his toughest fights are Sarukian and Topuria. I think those would be tougher fights. I know he said he wouldn't fight Bilal, but or if Shavkat gets a belt, that would be his toughest fight. That's my takes. Number 3, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. Look, I honestly might like. There's a big argument to put Mighty Mouse lower just because his title defenses were really low quality opponents. Most of them, like Ray Borg, yeah, he's good. Like, lost the split decision, arguably won to Cejudo. I don't know. Like, his 11 title defenses is the reason I have him so high. But like, come on, name me 4 Mighty Mouse title defenses, bro. It's very challenging. I think that's the reason I don't have him any higher, even though he did have like a very unblemished career. So that's my take. Number 2, this is gonna turn some heads. I got John Jones number 2, man. I'm sorry. You can't pop for steroids and be the goat of the sport. Like, John Jones' legacy, without saying, is crazy. One of the best of all time. But also, if you look at his light heavyweight title reign, there's a lot of guys who are not that good. Like, he has an inflated title reign similar to Mighty Mouse's. Like, I think Islam beating Volk twice counts for like 6 of Jones's title defenses, bro. I understand, like, actually winning many fights in a row is very impressive, but like, come on. Like, he defended against Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen was at 185, Jones was a 205er. Like, the Cyril Gane win, great win, double champ. Obviously, you don't really have to explain John Jones's legacy to put him number 2 of all time. Insane legacy. Defended his belt at heavyweight, let alone it was against Stipe Miocic. If Jones beats Aspinall, I don't care about the drug cheat. I'm putting him as the GOAT. Honestly, that for me would outweigh everything he's done, because I don't think he's on steroids now, but I do believe he was intentionally taking steroids earlier in his career. if Jones goes out there at 36, 37 and beats Tom Aspinall, he's the GOAT of the sport. I will submit. I will like post an apology video to John Jones, very respectfully. Then my GOAT, George Rush St. Pierre. 9 title defenses, avenged all of his losses. Like, he may not have as many title defenses as Jones and Mighty Mouse, but come on, man. GSP, double champ too, beat Bisping, beat Matt Hughes, beat Matt Serra. Like, avenged his loss to Matt Serra. Like, very good wins, high quality wins. I just don't see how George St. Pierre is not the GOAT. Like, he did everything you could want out of a guy during his UFC career. Maybe he was not as entertaining as people would have liked. Maybe he didn't defend the middleweight title. Come on, though. Like, I would have liked to see him fight Yoel Romero and Robert Whittaker, obviously, during their primes. But, you know, I just don't see how you can't put George St. Pierre as a GOAT. Honestly, you could put Mighty Mouse. There's an argument for Jones and Mighty Mouse, too. I agree. I don't think there's an argument for Silva, in my opinion, but that's my top 10 MMA fighters of all time. Let me know what you guys think of my take in the comments. Please like and subscribe and comment.